Hello, friends! Guess what I am reading today? Can you guess it? Maybe. What is it about? It's about Christmas! Harvey Slumfenburger's Christmas present. This is one of my favorite Christmas stories. It was Christmas Eve. Santa Claus and the reindeer were home at last. They were very tired because they had been delivering presents to all the children everywhere. They had something to eat, and then Santa Claus put the reindeer to bed. One of the reindeer said it didn't feel very well. Maybe it had nibbled something on the way that it shouldn't have. Santa Claus thought that all it needed was a good night's sleep. Finally, Santa Claus was able to go to bed. He put on his pajamas and was just climbing into bed when he saw something that made him gasp. Oh, at the end of his bed lay his sack. Santa Claus could see the shape of one present still inside it. Santa Claus pulled the present out of the sack. The present was Harvey Slumfenburger's. Santa Claus knew all about Harvey Slumfenburger. He knew that Harvey Slumfenburger's parents were too poor to buy him presents. He knew that Harvey Slumfenburger only ever got one present, and that was the present that Santa Claus brought him. He knew that Harvey Slumfenburger lived in a hut at the top of the Roly-Poly mountain, which was far, far away. Santa Claus was very tired. The reindeer were asleep and one of them wasn't very well. But Santa Claus knew he had to get the present to Harvey Slumfenburger. Our Christmas tree train is buzzing in the background. Santa Claus put on his coat over pajamas. He put on his boots and hat, picked up the sack with Harvey Slumfenburger's present in it, and started to walk through the cold winter night to the hut where Harvey Slumfenburger lived at the top of the Roly-Poly mountain, which was far, far away. Santa Claus had not gone very far when he met a man with an airplane.
"Excuse me," he said. "My name is Santa Claus. I still have one present left in my sack, which is for Harvey Slumfenburger, the little boy who lives in a hut at the top of the Roly-Poly mountain, which is far, far away, and it will soon be Christmas Day."
"Get in my plane," said the man, "and I will take you as far as I can." The airplane took off and flew through the night sky toward the Roly-Poly mountain. Yay! Oh, heavy snow began to fall. "I'm so sorry, Santa Claus," said the man. "I cannot fly my airplane any farther in the snow." The plane bumped and skidded across the ground and finally came to a halt. "But if you go to the garage that lies over the hill, there is a man with a jeep. Maybe he can help you." Okay, let's see. Maybe he can, maybe he cannot. Santa Claus set off through the snow. He went over the hill to the garage where there was the man with the jeep.
"Excuse me," he said. "My name is Santa Claus. I still have one present left in my sack, which is for Harvey Slumfenburger, the little boy who lives in a hut at the top of the roly-poly mountain, which is far, far away, and it will soon be Christmas Day.
Climb in my jeep, said the man, and I will take you as far as I can. The jeep bounced and spun across the fields and down the road toward the roly-poly mountain. Uh-oh, but then the jeep skidded, crashed through the fence and into a tree. Santa Claus was sent tumbling into the snow. I'm so sorry, Santa Claus, said the man. I can take you no further, but if you go down the hill and across the river, there is a boy with a motorbike. Maybe he can help you. Santa Claus went down the hill and across the river and met the boy with the motorbike.
Excuse me, he said. My name is Santa Claus. I still have one present left in my sack, which is for Harvey Slumfenburger, the little boy who lives in a hut at the top of the roly-poly mountain, which is far, far away, and it will soon be Christmas Day.
We will go on my motorbike, said the boy. I will take you as far as I can. The motorbike roared off along the road toward the roly-poly mountain. But they hadn't gone very far before the motorbike slid on some ice and they both fell off. I'm so sorry, Santa Claus, said the boy. The front of my bike is all twisted and I can take you no further. But if you go across the valley and into the woods, there is a girl who has skis. Maybe she can help you. Santa Claus went across the valley and into the woods where he found the girl with skis.
Excuse me, he said. My name is Santa Claus. I still have one present left in my sack, which is for Harvey Slumfenburger, the little boy who lives in a hut at the top of the roly-poly mountain, which is far, far away, and it will soon be Christmas Day.
Stand on the back of my skis, said the girl, and I will take you as far as I can toward the roly-poly mountain. They hadn't gone very far when the skis broke with a crack and they both tumbled into the snow. I'm so sorry, Santa Claus, said the girl. My skis are broken and I can't take you no further. But if you go up the slope and down onto the plain, you will be near the bottom of the roly-poly mountain where there is a climber with a rope. Maybe he can help you. Oh, he can definitely help him. Santa Claus went up to the slope and down onto the plain where he found the climber with the rope.
Excuse me, he said. My name is Santa Claus. I still have one present left in my sack, which is for Harvey Slumfenburger, the little boy who lives in a hut at the top of the roly-poly mountain, which is far, far away, and it will soon be a Christmas Day.
Hold on to my rope, said the climber, and I will take you as far as I can up the roly-poly mountain. And they started climbing. Such nice illustrations. They hadn't climbed very far when the rope broke and Santa Claus nearly fell off the roly-poly mountain. I'm so sorry, Santa Claus, said the climber. My rope is broken and I cannot climb any higher. But if you keep going up that cliff and over those boulders, You will see a little hut at the top, and that's the hut where Harvey Slumfenburger lives. He's so close. There you go. Santa Claus kept going up the cliff and over the boulders and finally arrived at the hut where Harvey Slumfenburger lived. Santa Claus climbed onto the roof and down the chimney and put the present in Harvey Slumfenburger's stocking. Harvey Slumfenburger is sleeping. Then Santa Claus set off on the long journey home. He first rode a horse, then a scooter, then motorcycle, helicopters, bicycles, even hot air balloon, skates, train, boat. I don't know what this is called. He looks like he's in a circus or something. All right. Oh. He is coming to his home. There it is, Santa Claus. Santa Claus checked that the reindeer were all right and tucked in bed. And as the sun began to rise on Christmas morning, Santa Claus climbed into bed and was soon fast asleep. In the hut at the top of the Roly-Poly Mountain, which is far, far away, a little boy whose name was Harvey Slumfenburger reached for the stocking on the end of his bed and took out his present. I wonder what it was. All right, friends, this is the end of our story. I wish you all happy Christmas, and let's see what Santa Claus is bringing for you in a couple of days. I wonder what all your gifts are. Merry Christmas, friends!